Yo, what is up, guys? It is me, Baby Tally, in here, and I'm back with a brand new video. And today, we are going to look at NBA teams 2019 through 2020 season, 2019 offseason moves and teams, and now we'll predict who will win the championship. So I am a fan of the Los Angeles Lakers, and I feel like they're going to win the title. But we're going to start with Philadelphia. 76ers. And look at their roster. And we're going to see what I think their offseason moves was like. So I like the move of getting Al Horford for a backup and drafting Matisse Thybulle. But I like the way that they have Ben Simmons. They're going to put Joel Embiid at power forward. No, I think they should put Al Horford at power forward, Ben Simmons at point guard. So point guard, Ben Simmons, shooting guard, Zaire Smith, small forward, Tobias Harris, power forward, Al Horford, and Joel Embiid. I think they have a great roster here. Joel and Ben Simmons will be a very nice young back-to-back things per season. And, yeah, that's the Philadelphia 76ers. So, for me, I like the way the Bucks built their roster. Their point guard is Eric Bledsoe, good shooter. Shooting guard, Chris Middleton, good shooter. Giannis Antetokounmpo, all-around player. And another good thing is they have the Lopez brothers back-to-back. So, the two Lopez brothers is going to be insane. Alright, moving on to the Chicago Bulls. Alright, so the Bulls have a very good young top three. They have Kobe White, Zach LaVine, and Lauri Markkanen, and Chris Dunn, Denzel Valentine. And, yeah, well, if I were the Bulls, I would clear a lot of cap space, which they did in trade for Brook Lopez. And, so Zach LaVine is going to be an impact performer when he's older. I think he's like an 89 overall in 2K19, 2K20 now. Kobe White is going to be a great rookie. He played right next to Nasir Little, who is also an impact performer. So, yeah. Moving on to the Cleveland Cavaliers. Wait, I don't think I need to do the Cavaliers, but anyway, let's do it. So, I don't really like the way that the Cavaliers built their roster and like the LeBron getting away. But they did have the first round pick this year. They have Kevin Love, Colin Sexton, and a young player in Darius Garland. Those people, Colin Sexton and Darius Garland, put Darius at shooting guard, and they will be a good side-to-side matchup. So they have a possibility to go to the playoffs if they have good team chemistry. Alright, now the Celtics have good young players, but they did lose Kyrie Irving, which sucks for them. But they did sign Kemba Walker to replace Kyrie Irving, and that's really the only move that the Celtics got. Alright, so now the Clippers made really good offseason moves. Kawhi Leonard and Paul George. If I were them, I would put Kawhi Leonard at, shooting guard, which they have him at. Yeah, they're going to definitely make the playoffs this year with the chemistry between Paul George and Kawhi Leonard playing in LA. Kawhi was going to sign with the LA Lakers, but yeah. I really like the Clippers moves this year. Alright, so now we are on the Grizzlies, which I do not like their team. They have a good old player in Dwight Howard, but then they got Josh Jackson, which was a good move. Jaren Jackson, when they drafted him, was also a very good move. He can shoot as a power forward. You really never see that instead of Anthony Davis. Ja Morant. This guy is an impact performer. And that's really all I have to say. He's going to be amazing this year. And yeah, so moving on. Alright, so I'm liking the Hawks roster here. They have DeAndre Hunter, John Collins, and Trae Young, all drafted back-to-back-to-back seasons. So John Collins was drafted 2 years ago, fact. Trae Young was drafted 1 year ago, fact. DeAndre Hunter was drafted this year, and they all play different positions. With Alex Len going to play center, and have a good shooter in Alan Crabb maybe in shooting guard position. So their roster is balanced-ish. So the Heat made good off-season moves. In for example, they got Jimmy Butler, and didn't they draft Bol Bol? They drafted Bol Bol, but I don't know where he is. They also drafted Tyler Herro. And yeah, that's basically the only off-season moves. Here, let me search up NBA. Nothing. All you get is an NBA picture. Anyways, next team. I'm looking at the Hornets roster. I don't like it that much. So Hornets, really all I have to say is you're going to have to build a team a little bit more. I mean, you do have a young player, Malik Monk, but Terry Rozier, yeah, that's basically it. So you're going to have to do some things to your roster. Alright, so for the Jazz, they got Mike Conley this year. He played for the Grizzlies. They have Rudy Gobert. They also have Donovan Mitchell, young impact performer who will be amazing in the couple years. So I like the Utah Jazz roster, but just probably gonna be the 8th seed in the playoffs this year. Alright, now we got the team that is the capital of California. So we got the Sacramento Kings. Willie Cauley-Stein, De'Aaron Fox, and Buddy Hield are really good players. And then Marvin Bagley, he's good. Harry Giles, they're all going to be good in a couple years. But this year, I don't know if they'll make the playoffs or not. Obviously, De'Aaron Fox is going to. I think this is going to be De'Aaron Fox's prime year. But obviously, last year was currently his impact performing year. I like the New York Knicks roster. So, starting off with R.J. Barrett at small forward, Mitchell Robinson, Dennis Smith, Julius Randle. R.J. Barrett, Dennis Smith, and Julius Randle is going to be a nice big three for them. And Kevin Knox is also very young impact. And Frank, the point guard from France, he's also going to have a really good year. Like, when nobody really expected Zion to have a good year, he just bursted out in Duke. Alright, now we got the Lakers. My team. Alright, I love our roster. We have a big people. We have LeBron James at small forward, Anthony Davis at power forward, DeMarcus Cousins at center. Then Kyle Kuzma will be able to play Kyle Kuzma will be a good guy. Danny Green can shoot those threes. Quinn Cook, I don't know how good he's going to be. Avery Bradley. I like my Lakers team. I feel like they have a really good potential to win the championship. But I think we should have signed Kawhi Leonard instead of DeMarcus Cousins. Because once LeBron retires, I think he's going to retire this year. we're going to need a good impact performer, small forward. But DeMarcus Cousins, I can deal. I like the Orlando Magic's roster. They drafted Aaron Gordon in 2014 or 2015. Markelle Fultz, they traded for Nikola Vucevic. Mo Bamba is very good in my opinion, and Jonathan Isaac is a defensive small forward who's going to impact very well this year. I love the Magic's roster, but I don't think they're going to be a playoff contender. But if they are the playoffs, maybe 6th or higher seed. All I can say about the Dallas Mavericks, young and good. Kostas Antetokounmpo, Giannis's brother. Kristaps Porzingis and Luka Doncic are the big three. And Stephen Curry's brother, who is probably the best three-point shooter ever. And yeah, that's it for the Dallas Mavericks. And now we got the Nets. Oh, the Nets. Okay, so big guy, Kevin Durant. Second big guy, Kyrie Irving. Shooter, big time shooter actually, Joe Harris, winner of the three-point competition last year. Jared Allen and DeAndre Jordan. Karis LeVert. I love the Brooklyn Nets. Definitely going to be a number 1 seed this year. And then next year they're going to be even better because let's not forget Kevin Durant is hurt this year, but I think Kyrie Irving is going to prove that he belongs in Brooklyn. And Kyrie Irving, I think he's going to also play like he did in Cleveland. So he's going to be amazing this year. Alright, so looking at the Denver Nuggets, they got a good shooting and rebounding roster with Nikola Jokic, and shooting Jamal Murray and Gary Harris. So I don't really know a lot more to say, but they're a solid roster. Probably going to be the 5th. The Pacers have a good young team. Victor Oladipo, Domantas Sabonis, and Miles Turner, and that's basically it. So yeah, I'm trying to go quick as possible in this video. Next time we got is the Pelicans. They lost Anthony Davis this year, but drafted Zion, which is a good replacement. He's going to be good in a couple of years. So they got Zion, Lonzo, Drew Holiday, Brandon Ingram, Frank Jackson, Josh Hart. They got a solid back-to-back thing. I think they would run Lonzo at point guard, Drew Holiday at point guard, Lonzo at shooting guard because, he's a 6'6" point guard. Brandon Ingram at small forward, Zion at power forward, and run Jahlil Okafor at center. So I like its roster. It's very, very balanced. Trying to make this video quick. So all the Pistons did was sign Derrick Rose. So the Raptors this year is probably going to be the same thing. I think they're probably going to advance to the finals this year because they have the Brooklyn Nets, but they have the Brooklyn Nets to worry about. And yeah, they just didn't do anything. Fred VanVleet is literally an underdog. So I love the way Fred VanVleet plays, and same with Pascal, same with Kyle Lowry. But Kyle Lowry is going to retire in a couple of years. So the Houston Rockets, they got a good team. Starting off with obviously James Harden. They do not have Chris Paul anymore because of the Chris Paul Russell Westbrook trade, so they got Russell Westbrook too. So yeah, the Spurs didn't do much this year either. One of those, yeah, they kind of had the same exact. The Suns are also a team that didn't do much this year, and I'm trying to make this video fast too. But DeAndre Ayton is going to be in his prime this year, 100%. Alright, so the Thunder aren't doing very well this year. I think they should trade Steven Adams for Devin Booker because they want because the Suns want Devin Booker to get traded. I think for Steven Adams and Dennis Schroeder, Russell Westbrook not on the team for Chris Paul. So they don't really have that much on the team except for Aquaman. I don't like the Timberwolves roster. Except for Karl Anthony Towns. He's a nice dude. And yeah, that's basically it. Rip City. Oh, Rip City. Damian Lillard. Yep. CJ McCollum. Yep. And Ronnie Hood. Yep. 3 amazing 3-point shooters. Warriors did not do impacting. They still have a good 3-point shooter, which could lead them to a victory in the finals, which is good. So last but not least, we got the Wizards. They drafted Roy Hachimura. They got Isaiah Thomas, Bradley Beal, and John Wall. But John Wall, he doesn't have a good 3-point percentage, so Bradley Beal probably going to lead them to victory this year. That is going to do it for this video, and hope you enjoyed watching this. Let me know what you think was the best team in 2019. I think it's going to be between the Rockets or the Lakers, my Lakers, or the Clippers. So, yeah. Hope you guys enjoyed, and, yeah. See you in the next one. Peace out.